some of you have used my Windows Steam Nvidia creation tool called SNGI, and wonder why it's called SNGI. It was like, you can't use their names, can you? So copyright, so it's like Steam Nvidia Graphics Install, something like that. Anyway, so people have used it, it's worked okay, but there's lots of people who asked me questions about drivers. Now, when I designed that and the Linux version, it literally locked you in to this 610 package, which was the very latest. Now, some of you out there have got GTX 1080s and older cards, and I don't think they work. So what I've done, I've rewritten the Windows version of the Steam creation tool to allow you to select which driver package you want. So if you've got a GTX 1080, I mean, I don't know if this works like on the older cards, because the Steam's a bit finicky with what it works on. And then some of you have discovered about the screen tearing and all sorts of weird issues, because I mean, hardware is the issue for SteamOS, especially this with Nvidia. So what I've done is I've done it so you can install the other packages. So what we're going to do, people always actually have been asking about, well, what happens if the drivers get updated? How do you update that? So we're going to cover both bits here. So I'm going to create an ISO with the older Steam drivers on, like 580 or 575, boot that up, install it, and then come back in and then show you how, say if you wanted to go from 580 to 610, how to actually go back into the ISO again, and then do the upgrade without messing up your data drive or your games you've installed. So we'll do that bit next. So first off, we'll jump off and I'll just show you how to, the new drop down menu of how you do the drivers. Now there's been a few issues with this. I mean, it's Microsoft, isn't it? So I put it up. Microsoft about 2 days later decided it was a virus. So I've gone through for code signing, and I've also pushed the app through Windows Defender, and they've scanned it and told me it's not a malicious malware thing. What a nightmare. With Linux, you just like publish stuff and you just don't have to worry about it. But with Windows, it's like alarm bells. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, we'll jump back onto Windows, and I'll just show you how to do the install, the setup with the sort of older drivers, how that works. Anyway, so with all that said, let's dive in. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I've put it in the right place on the screen. So I've downloaded the Steam from this link. I've downloaded the Steam repair image. I'm going to drag that in there. And then here, it's got the driver selection. So I'm going to set this up with 590. Or 59. I'll just choose that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And then, well, for me, because I'm just going to show you how to do the update. So click continue and then start build. Let's see if this works. So I'll uncompress the BZ file, and that should pull down the 5090 branch drivers, he says. Decompressing. Oh, yeah, it's got to decompress the Steam Deck image. And then you need a USB key to do your writing on. So I've got one ready to go blank. I've just formatted it exFAT, but make sure it's bigger than 16 gig. 8 gig won't work. So give this a minute. But yeah, no, people were, I mean, that's the farthest back. The actual last one there, the 575, is what's in the repo, in the extras repo with Steam. So I don't want to go any further back than that. But I mean, 575 should support older cards. I think the later ones don't. I think it's finished at 580 or something for the GTX cards. Don't know. But I mean, they're there if you want to give it a go. I can't guarantee this will work because obviously I don't have the kit to test it on. All I know is it will patch the drivers. I'm doing a later driver because obviously I've got a 5060 Ti in here and I want to update it. And basically, obviously I want to put an ancient driver. It did work though. I did do a test at the beginning with the 575 driver and that worked. So it's doing its thing here. So what we'll do is I'll come back quickly when this is finished doing what it's doing and we burn to USB key. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so here it's come back, it's finished its build. And it's asking me for a USB drive, so I'll put that in there. Says. So that should go in. It's pinging up over there, so refresh drives. There. So click on that. Oh, and then flash USB drive. Click erase because it's obviously going to wipe out everything on the drive. See if it does it. There we go. and we're off. So I won't stay and make you watch a USB burning. It's just painful. So what I'll do is I'll go through the process and I'll install this version with the whatever it was 5090 drivers on my machine, get Steam up and running, and then I'll just show it to you, go through that quickly, and then I'll jump off. I'll burn another one with, I've got another version with the very latest drivers, and we'll go through the update process of how you update. So I'll come back to you when I've got this all set up in Steam, just to show you it's there and everything like that. Right, so again, back in a sec. Okay, here we are, and we're back. And I'll show you what drivers want. This is the whole thing. We'll go in here, System, Settings, and if we scroll all the way down here, you can see you've got a 5060 Ti, and my drivers are currently 5090.48.1, and I'm on, what are we on? What are we on? Steam client build. We're on 3.8.16. It's gone up again. 16.6. Right. Okay, so what do we do? To do this, I need to plug in my other drive. So what you'd need to have done is now you remake your new ISO with the latest drivers, with the drivers that you want. So say I'm on this one, use the app again, or use the Linux version, remake the whole ISO again, but this time with the drivers that you want. So the upgrade. So if it jumps to, like, if I'm on 610 and it jumps to 650, then I basically make the ISO again with the latest versions. So, and then you plug that USB in and do a reboot. So power, restart. And now I've got the new USB plugged in. And so when it reboots, it'll ask me to do a reinstall. And that, if anybody's been following along, is that little icon at the top. There's another icon. So I had to go through this phase. It's so complicated, not complicated, but it's like there's so many steps to this. So you get it going. It should reboot. If I've done the flash the drive correctly, you says, is it going to do it? Here we go. And it should boot back into the new Steam installer. Yeah, here we go. Goes into this. Then at the top, you hit this one. If you hover over it, if it comes up, so basically it should keep your data and you reinstall it over the top. So this should, here we go, back to upgrades. Gamers use data as preserved. OS customizations outside home will be lost. The machine powers off when done. Remove the USB stick. So upgrade. Proceed. So now it'll do a reinstallation on the top, but it's going to put in those new drivers. It should keep everything you've got inside home. So it's like how Steam basically updates. It's going to, everything inside home is protected, but Steam flattens anything to do with the OS. So it's done it. So proceed. I need to unplug this and let it do a reboot. Hopefully, it should just take us back through. Because it's always the thing with Steam's black pauses freak me out. I know there's many people who, oh, just turn yourself off. You know, forget that, it turns off. Steam's gigantic black pauses. Sort of, I've sat here, I know anybody else has tried to do this in the past with Steam. You get these gigantic black bits and you think, is it going to go? Especially when I was working on a Mac 5.1, it used to just like freeze. It'd get there in the end. It'd freeze and you think, is that actually doing it? Is that going to do it? Let's see if this does it now. There you go. Going into Steam. Okay, so just go back through. And it should have kept your data, but you'll have to go back through the login process because it's a first boot into Steam. But obviously, I mean, here we go. Has to repatch, redo its thing. But I mean, if I was you, if you were going to do this, I never keep my games on the same drive, but you can back up your games. With Steam, it's easy, and you don't lose anything with Steam. But I mean, if you start to use SteamOS as an operating system, then you probably want to back up your home folders before you do anything like this. Really, you don't want it to have the opportunity to wipe out your files. So do a backup. But you know, as they roll out the later drives like 620, 650, you can do this process, and it basically just goes through and it should protect your data. I should have left a file in there really to prove it. Bugger. I should have left a file. Anyway, that's how you update the drivers if you want to. I'll do it in a second. It will kick through. Classic. It's going to freeze again. It's going to freeze again. But I mean, for you guys on older cards, like the old GTX cards, you're not going to update, are you? If you've gone in immediately with the 610 driver, I mean, it's going to be a while before we need to update that. I mean, when was the 5090 driver, 5080 driver? I mean, it's only if there's a major update, really. I mean, 610 isn't even the production branch. That's the feature branch. So that's like well ahead of the curve. What are we on now? 5960. So you've got a bit of time before this catches up. Hang on, let it do its thing. It's doing some stuff in the background. So I'm chewing gum. Someone told me off for chewing gum when I'm making videos. Giving up smoking. You know, smoke. It's helps me out. Anyway, I was going to say though, when I made that USB earlier on, that took about 15 minutes to compile. So you are going to get some big, you know, big things. And what I'm going to probably do now, I'm just going to leave the times wrong. I'm just going to leave this. I'll come back when it's rebooted, because I mean, again, it could take another 10-15 minutes to do this. So I'll be back, hopefully for the last time. Okay, and we're back to the login again. So next, and I just need to do my Steamy thing. We are in, and it's gone. I've got new drivers, so it's defaulted back to my old setup. I think it's only just done the HDR thing incorrectly. Here we go. Okay, right. It's remembered my HDR. It's remembered my settings for video resolution, but it's forgotten about HDR. But mind you, this monitor's a nightmare. It just decides to be HDR when it's not. So let's just do the display first so we can see this. Enable HDR content. Turn that off. I'm going to buy an HDR monitor just to put this thing out of its misery. And then system. So if we scroll all the way down here, here we are. We are on Nvidia 610 433. So that's it. So that's your drivers update. Or if it comes along, I mean, obviously if you're installing it from, I mean, let's just go back to me. Yeah, so if you're installing it directly, like now, I mean, and you've got a recent video card, you're not going to have problems. If they do jump in the future, like 620, 630, every time you build with that app and the one online as well, the Linux version and the Windows version, whenever you build an ISO, it will patch in the very, very late with Arch. So it'll patch in literally the latest drivers it can get hold on. Obviously, people using older cards or want older drivers, there's selection drop downs in there for you to select, you know, 50, all the way back to the oldest Steam ones, which are 575, if you want to have a play with that. Or maybe you get some compatibility issues, you want to have a go. I mean, it's there. You can just keep building USBs and installing them to get what works. Because, I mean, 610 is new. It's a feature branch. So if you're having problems with that, put 5090 on or 5080. Anyway, hope that's useful. And for anybody who tried to go and get the SNGI app, and it was off for a little bit, sorry about that. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, Epic with Microsoft, because it started to appear as a virus, so I had to like submit it to Defender, and now I'm going to get code signed. What an epic! I mean, with Linux, we just like publish stuff. We don't have any worries in the world. We just publish stuff, and it just goes up. That's what open source is all about. But with Windows, I mean, fair play. You know, there's a billion Windows viruses, and you've got to be careful. But that was just ridiculous. I managed to switch off something to download it. Then when I ran it literally deleted it from the system. So I don't know. Oops, sorry about that. So yeah, pretty worrying. Anyway, there you go. Hope that's useful. Any questions, ask in the comments. Like, subscribe, be a member. And that helps. So yeah, so as usual, thanks for watching.